Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Minecraft here on the Hermitcraft Season 6 server. Today we are going to be working on a couple of things which we started last episode, namely the Cactus Farm. So let's just fly on down here and see how this thing is doing. So there's a number of different things we have to do here to finish this sort of first layer of the factory off. As you can see, some cacti being popped off right there. So some of the things we need to do, we need to fill in some glass here on the top of the Cactus Farm on each of these. And I'm thinking maybe some colored glass for these areas would be pretty nice. Maybe some green or some black glass would look pretty cool, along with the diorite. And we also want to make sort of like a maintenance room area, so I'm thinking maybe a door over here with a ladder leading down could look pretty cool. That'd be pretty awesome, so we could get down into here if we need to work on any redstone or anything, we could use that. And I also am thinking we'll probably want to box this in down here just so we don't have any problems with mobs or any problems with water streams knocking out torches and then mobs spawning down here or anything like that. So we'll probably sort of cut off this section, like let's say from here over, we'll just fill back in with stone because this whole area down here probably won't be used for much of anything. So I think that's a good plan for this area. And of course we also have to do up here the walls on the side, which will probably be made out of this polished granite. So we'll need to do the walls as well up here and on this side here. And yeah, that should be pretty cool. We'll also need to determine how high we want the top of this area to go, how high we want the roof of this room to be, and how we want to do the central portion here coming down. So a lot to do in this area, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so we now have the Cactus Farm area complete. Here's what it's looking like. We went with some light gray stained glass above the glass panes, which have the cactus right below it. And we also added some more polished diorite because these windows were a little bit big. And so I sort of reduced the size of them a little bit, which gave us a couple more blocks of polished diorite on the sides and in the middle sort of stripe right here and right here. So that's what this is looking like. It's a little bit bland right now. I'm thinking we probably have to put some stuff on the walls of this factory for sure. But yeah, I'm not really quite sure what those would be, like what we put on the walls here. So for now, I'm just going to leave it blank until we, start to work on some of the other layers here. Of course, we have the shulker box chest over here. We got the indicator lamp telling us if we need to put more shulker boxes in. Back here, we have a little maintenance room. Nothing really too special about this. Just, we wanted to split this up from the section below here, which is the redstone room. And yeah, that's just so that if, the water column gets damaged or something, there's only minimal damage to the redstone. We also put down andesite, polished andesite down here so that we can differentiate between important blocks of stone brick and non-important blocks of andesite. So that way, if we need to, have some items, fall in here or something, if we add like additional farms, that way when we dig down here, we know we're not destroying anything important or anything like that. So that's what we did there. And then finally, this room in here, we kept this room open. We did fill in a little bit in the back wall and also above here to prevent water dripping. But we're leaving this open, I decided, because it might be possible in the future that, depending on how we design the farms above, we might need, some water streams down here or a minecart down here or something down here. So I didn't want to dig it out twice. So we left this open for now, but it might be filled in the future. By the way, I want to see how much cacti we have collected so far. So we're up to 3.5 stacks of cactus. Nice. Not too shabby. So that is what this area is looking like at the moment, guys. So pretty basic, pretty simplistic, but oh, whoa. there's some leaves down here for some reason. I think Scar is up here chopping down trees, I believe. So yeah, it does look like Scar is up here and he is cutting down a bunch of birch trees to restock undercut, which is fantastic to see. And yeah, with that, I think we're going to call the Cactus Farm complete. We'll leave that to generate cactus for us, and that way we can generate a whole bunch of green dye. So fantastic. Yeah, I'm liking that. In the meantime, we're going to be up here hopefully slaying some phantoms. Oh, there we go. Finally got it. Yeah, we're going to be up here slaying some phantoms, and we're also going to start to head over to the shopping district. We got to visit Cherry Computers today because Cherry Computers is sponsoring Tango's competition, How to Kill a Tango. And so we're going to head over there, pick up our free redstone box to help us with this competition. So I'll meet you guys back over at Cherry Computers. Alright guys, so we're going to swoop on in here to Cherry Computers, Scar's redstone shop right here for all your redstone needs. And yeah, here it is right here. RIP, Kill Tango event sponsored redstone box. Check this out, guys. You can see that there's a little Tango armor stand in the chest. It's supposed to be like a grave, and here we go. We got our sponsored redstone box. I'm just going to throw this out here. Yeah, 1 box per contestant. Let's see what we got in this this Kill Tango box sponsored by Cherry. And so we got some TNT, we got some redstone comparators, some pistons, some cobwebs, magma blocks, obsidian, an anvil, some boats, some dispensers. Yeah, it was some decent stuff. Some redstone dust. Nice. Yeah, this will definitely help out, but now we got to think of an idea, guys. We got to think of a unique way to kill Tango. So, yeah, let me go ahead and do a little bit of brainstorming here, and we'll see if we can come up with an idea on how to kill Tango. So if you're unfamiliar with the How to Kill a Tango competition, the competition rules are as follows. Essentially, Tango will press a button somewhere in the world hooked up to a contraption that some of the hermits have made, and he'll press the button 1 time. After that 1 time, his hands come off the keyboard, and he's essentially just standing there. And from that button press, you have to figure out a way to kill Tango in sort of a creative and unique way. So yeah, you get 1 button press, so you get 1 shot at it, and if that button press fails, then the machine fails. And you want to try and do it, like I said, in a unique and creative way, because there's going to be some judges to this competition based upon, I guess, like the creativity in the way you kill Tango, the I guess, effectiveness of the machine, like if it actually kills him or not, and things like that. So that is the gist of the competition, a single button press to kill Tango, and yeah, I think we're going to build our mechanism, our contraption right here, which is just outside of the tag building. So I think this is just north of the Fantasy District. You can see, I think that's Falsa's beacon over there. So yeah, let's go ahead and build this. I think we're going to use anvils to kill Tango. So you could just, you know, put an anvil way up high and then just have him press a button and it would fall right on him. That would actually work for this competition. But I want to do something kind of unique. I want to do like a bouncing Betty anvil. So like an anvil that sort of bounces a couple times and then drops right on Tango, slaying him. Because, yeah, that's sort of a unique mechanic. Not really possible before. Only possible in 1.13 with the bubble column. So we'll have to sort of like launch a falling anvil. And as it's falling, press it, shoot it out horizontally with the slime block. And then put it into a bubble column to launch it back up, and then have it land on an exact location, like right here, let's say. So I think we're going to try and make this bouncing anvil over here, like the contraption over here, and we'll have bubble columns in like a row right here, and then finally we'll have the killing area like somewhere on this island, like wherever it ends up on this island. So that is what I'm going to try and make right now. So let's go ahead and head on over to this area here and make this thing happen. So I think this is probably a good height. We might have to make it a little bit higher, actually. Let's see. We might actually have to put it like up here. I'm not sure if this will actually reach horizontally. Like if it'll give enough of a kick to reach all the way over there. We'll see. We'll see. Well, let's just build up part of this contraption and just test it out and see where the anvil lands. Okay guys, so we got our contraption now built, so it's looking like this, and yeah, we also have a row of bubble columns down here that extends from this point all the way over to the other island over there. So yeah, these are all bubble columns, as you can see, and yeah, like I said, it goes all the way down to the island over there. So hopefully this thing will now work, and we'll see this anvil like bounce once or twice and end up close to that island over there. Not really certain though. I haven't really tested this out yet, so we will see if this functions as expected. So let's just go ahead and climb on up here. You see we have a button here also that controls the piston up here. So if I press this, that retracts, and then that'll allow the anvil to fall, activating this sticky piston with the slime block right down here. I'm hoping that this anvil, like it has enough time to reach the slime block and then get kicked out here. So hopefully it doesn't just like land on the ground here. That would not be good, but we'll see what happens. Let's just get on up here, place down our anvil, So we'll get up here, place this down on top of this right there. There we go. Perfect. So now let's do a test run. See where this thing ends up. If we have to adjust any of these timings or anything. So we'll just hit this button. Anvil falls down. Bounces once. Bounces twice. Okay, it's not gonna make it. So yeah, we're gonna have to move this in a little bit. And it's just floating there. It's just floating there bouncing. And it doesn't do damage to you in this state, so it's, I think after a while it just probably will, like, it'll probably just stop, like, bouncing. It'll probably just break into item form. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That works. Where did the item go, though? I don't want to lose my anvil. I actually don't know where it's at, to be honest. Dang it. Oh, here it is. There it is. So did it lose any durability? No, okay, good. So, perfect. Yeah, okay. So, the machine works. You can bounce the anvils on the bubble columns. Only thing we got to do now is basically move this forward. It seemed like quite a significant distance, like maybe 40 blocks forward, like so it's like right here or so. And that will get us the one bounce to the island. That might work, yeah. Let me go ahead and relocate this and we'll retest. Okay guys, so we now have this bouncing Betty ready to go. So anvil is positioned up there. We got a redstone line leading from here all the way out in this direction. And so we should hopefully see the anvil fall, get punched out this way, bounce here, basically get airborne again, and then come smashing down on top of us. Hopefully that's enough to kill us. If not, we might have to go a little bit higher with this or change something up a little bit. But yeah, I got all my stuff in this chest here, so I think we're ready to go. Let's test it out. Anvil's falling. Punched out. Oh, not enough to kill us. Okay, so that's no good. Almost, but not quite. Not quite. So let me put my stuff back on. I guess we'll have to drop it from a higher height. Okay guys, we've increased the height that the anvil falls from and also the height that the anvil is pushed at. So hopefully this will get us a little bit more of a impact from the anvil. So let's just go ahead and press the button again. Wearing no armor, so hopefully this kills us this time. There we go. Bounces up. Still no, man. So it does about 7.5, 8 hearts. Shoot. Alright guys, so I've been doing a little bit of testing with this machine. Seems like the bounce of the anvil, no matter what height you drop it from or where you push it at, always sort of bounces at the same height. So it always does like 8 hearts of damage on one of these 2 blocks right here. And yeah, I think, you know, there is a way, like I found a way to, you know, launch it with slime blocks to this block, and that would do 10 hearts of damage, but I'd really like it to bounce instead. So if we want it to bounce, it'll do 8 hearts of damage, which means we need to make a system prior to this which also damages Tango. So I've thought about it a little bit, and I thought about, like, what are people's worst fears, you know, on how to die, right? I was thinking maybe, like, drowning, being buried alive, and then being squished. So I think we set up a system where we can drown Tango, bury him alive, and then finally the anvil will be like the final bit. It'll squish him right here. Except for this system, we're going to have to build like a bigger mechanism. So I'm thinking we move this somewhere like out into the world so that we don't have, you know, a whole like big redstone thing just sort of standing alone right here. We'll put it somewhere else, like on some other island. So I'm going to go ahead and take this thing down. We're going to build an even better contraption than this elsewhere in the world, which can kill a Tango. So yeah, let's go ahead and take this thing down. We'll move it out to one of the regions far off in the world and make our mechanism out there. Alright guys, so we went ahead and moved the contraption here, and I've now made it so that it lands right on this gravel block here. So that's going to be where the final damage is done to Tango to actually slay him. And so let's just go ahead and test this thing out. I got no armor on, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, let's just go ahead and test this thing out, make sure it works. So there we go. Anvil gets shot out, shot up, and there we go. Sweet, 8 hearts of damage right there. Okay, awesome. So that works. That's very good to see. So now, let's go ahead and just put our armor back on. We'll get our pickaxes back, our sword back, our bow back, building blocks. You see I made a bunch of anvils to do some testing out here if we need it. And let's see, we also need the fish to eat. There we go. So now the next step is we need to make a water stream which will transport Tango to that point and like drop him off like right here. So he's like right here at the very end. So that's going to be the next part. Then once we have the water system done, we can go ahead and make the top part, which is going to be the drowning and burial method. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make that happen real quick here, guys, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I've begun to develop the mechanism here that's going to drown and then bury Tango. And so this is how it's looking right now. So the idea is with this, we have some dispensers here. These dispensers are all going to have water buckets in them. And they're then going to waterlog these stairs here. So all these stairs will become waterlogged, which means they'll flow forward, making water sources here, and here, and here, and here. And then on the next layer as well, after Tango presses a button, let's say here. So he presses the button, the dispensers all fire, like that. Also, this door closes right here, because we have just regular pistons right there. So that sort of closes them in, causes all the water sources to form, and then he's in the water. Now we'll need to have a timer of some type to keep him in there for long enough for him to start taking drowning damage. But after that sort of timer runs out, we then want some blocks up here. For instance, like these right here. We'll have to have these blocks be retracted by sticky pistons because we're going to have sand on top like this. 2 blocks high, and this is what's going to bury Tango. So these will all drop down. These blocks will be removed by some sticky pistons, which will be a little bit tricky to fit in, especially for this back one here. But then, yeah, the sand will then be in this region right here. He'll take suffocation damage, and then quickly after that, we will then unpower this line here, which opens up the bit right here. You can see the sand falls straight down and breaks on the pressure plate, so Tango will also fall down into this water stream, and then he'll begin his slow journey over to the gravel block. We'll have to have him pass through like a tripwire here, or put like a pressure plate down here at some point. But then, yeah, once he gets to the end here, he should have just enough time to see the anvil start to fall, bounce once, and then squish him right here on this block. And that should be the entire thing. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit tricky here. We'll have to put in like a timer over here. Just need to get a couple of these stone bricks back here. There we go. So we'll have to put in like a hopper timer here or something, because it takes a while before you start to drown, even without like respiration. It takes like 25 seconds or 30 seconds, something like that. But yeah, we'll have to set that all up. We'll also have to make the pistons up here. Got to get, of course, you know, the water buckets into these dispensers here, but I think it should work. I think it should be a cool system. So let me continue to work on this here, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I think I now have this thing complete. I haven't tested it yet, but we're going to do that right now. So what I think should happen is we walk in, or Tango walks in. We have him stand on one of these 4 andesite blocks. Doesn't really matter which one. He hits the button. The dispensers back here behind these stairs will fire, which will then waterlog all of these stairs, causing this whole room to become flooded. This piston, or these 2 pistons rather, back here will also fire, which closes the room in. Then after a quite long delay, so we have a little bit of... Yeah, we have a little bit of delay right here. So we have 64, and let's make that 6 items in here. Once that reaches a signal strength less than 2, the pistons up top here will retract. They will remain retract for an extended period of time, so all the sand has time to fall down. At that point, he should be in here and start taking suffocation damage. Then after another brief delay here, the bottom of this area falls out, so these andesite blocks are retracted. He falls down into the water stream, and then slowly makes his way down the water stream past this tripwire, activates the tripwire, continues on down here, and once he gets to this point right here, he should stop, and the anvil should like be like in midair, and then squish him to yeah, end up slaying him. So let's go ahead and just dump off everything we have in here. I have slept in this bed right here because, yeah, otherwise it would be a little bit weird to spawn somewhere else if this actually does end up killing us. So let's just get in here and test it out, see if we actually do perish here. So let's just hop on in here, hit the button, door closes, there we go. And yeah, we're now only able to look around. So yeah, like I said, it takes a little bit of time to start drowning. We should also put some light in here. I'll probably put like a sea lantern in the floor. That would probably be good. But there we go, we've started to drown. And shortly, sand comes in. Now we're suffocating. And then we should drop down. Perfect. And then let's see what happens here. Let's see if the timing is good here. So it's been activated. The anvil is now falling. It's coming up. And we mistimed it. Barely. So we need to add a little bit more delay to this clock here. So yeah, but that would definitely have killed me if I was another half block forward. So yeah, we just got to work on the timing a little bit. I might reduce the time that you're taking suffocation damage by a little bit as well. But other than that, yeah, let's just go ahead and fix some of the timings here and we'll retry it. Alright guys, I think we're now set to test this thing out once more. I put a longer delay between when the tripwire is activated and the anvil starts to fall, and also changed a little bit of the timings subtly on the delay between like when the sand falls and when we get dropped down. I'm also making sure we have full health here, or full hunger bars, because we didn't have that earlier. So let's step on in here. Got no armor on. Yeah, it should be good. So let's just step in here and hit the button. Okay. Whoa, what the... Problems. So I fixed the issue with the dispensers on the side sometimes not firing. Basically they were being bud powered by these repeaters here, which were one block higher. So that is no longer the case, and everything should be working quite well now. So let's just go ahead and get on inside here. We got the sand up there, so let's just pick a random block to stand on. Let's just stand on this this sea lantern. Hit the button. Door closes. Button is broken. All these are source blocks. That's good. Then we should start to drown here. Just give it a minute. It takes a little bit of time, so it's a little bit of like a slow process, but there we go. Taking some drowning damage. Very good. Sand falls, takes some suffocation damage. And then, yeah, we get out of here with like 3 to 4 hearts. Pick the sand back up. Fall down into the water stream. Go right past the tripwire. There we go. Anvil should start to fall now. Very good. Punched out. Up it comes, and R.I.P. Tango. So there we go. So with that, guys, I think I'm going to call that an episode for today. I'm pretty confident this thing is going to work. And yeah, this should be a way to kill a tango. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, thanks again for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.